Tapi sekarang saya akan jemput Chef Profesor Patrick untuk menyampaikan pembentangan beliau. Welcome.
Hi everyone. Okay, before we start, we have a small video clip, okay, for us to bring up the motion that we have a few years back. Okay. Here we go.
That was 100% vegan. Is Team Japan.
Congratulations, Patrick and team.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow,
World champion.
Thank you.
Champion. Juara
Okay,
dunia.
okay, next, okay, let's start, okay, with some sharing about what my experience and how I see my future after this competition. Okay, let's start. Okay, with today I would like to talk about the power of white jacket. Okay, which is every one of us also understand that most of the chef white jacket traditionally are white in color. Okay, and we always being underappreciate. Okay, it seems like nurses. Okay, I always associate. Okay, a chef and a nurse is that we always not being appreciate. Okay, a lot of things that we've been done. Okay, and also a lot of challenges that we are facing throughout our journey. Okay. Next one that we see, you will see here the challenges and the struggles that when I'm facing, I told my parents I want to be a chef, and most of the people will say, oh, become a chef, those who cannot study one, okay, sure, very low in academic, okay, and also lack of disciplines, okay. That's why even though until today, there's a lot of parents who say, oh, you cannot study, you can study chef, no need a lot of qualification, all these things. But don't forget, okay, a lot of things that is not that easy as a chef that people think, Okay, first of all, okay, when I enrolled to a college, okay, I always being how to say a challenge, okay, because my English proficiency is very low, because back then at my kampong, okay, we always speak about dialect among our friends, and we speak outside in the school, So back to kampong, we hardly speak English, you see. So at the end, okay, when I enrolled to a college, it made me feel very left out, because all my friends are speak English, and how am I going to juggle my my studies, and I walk to work? What will happen to me? It takes me some time, okay, to convince myself to stay on in this profession. Okay, first of all, okay, I will choose, okay, to mix with a group of friends who doesn't speak what I can speak. Okay, so which means that they only speak English. Okay, even though they are Chinese. Okay, so I mix with them. So how it builds my confidence to speak English with them, and I learn along the way. This is first thing. I make sure myself I can able to speak English so that I can communicate with all the chefs. Because those days, most of the chefs are from overseas, are their expat. So if I cannot speak good English, how am I going to communicate with them? How am I going to ask questions? Okay, how am I going to learn things from them? This things struck my mind that I must improve my English. Yeah, this is the first thing that I face. Second, okay, family dilemma. Parents always can't locate where am I. They always like, hey, where are you? Why you work until day until night? We can't locate you. And those days, mobile phone is a very kind of prestige things that to have it, and we always work for 8 to 12 hours, and sometimes we are maybe more than 12 hours due to functions, due to need to cover shift for colleagues, but all these things is over, thanks God I managed to go through, and where am I today? Okay, this made me tougher, okay, through these years of training. Okay, so through the competition, okay, 2019, okay, the team of Malaysia, okay, we won the first ever pastry World Cup, okay, Lyon, France, okay, and today, okay, in Lyon, they have a final pastry World Cup for 2021, which is postponed until today, okay. So later on, I will watch live, and this really brings a lot of memory, okay, for us, yeah. And unfortunately, we cannot join this time because of COVID, not easy to fly, and also a lot of training is not able to do during this pandemic time. Okay, so today I will talk about CSR. Okay, CSR is a chef social responsibility. Okay, in the perspective of an educator and a national team coach. Okay, first of all, okay, I will talk about job or hobby. If you take this as a job, your perception is totally different, okay, from a hobby. Hobby can be changed anytime because of your friends' influence, it can be from social media, can be from TV show, But if you take it as a job, okay, you make it very serious. Okay, every task that you assign, you do 100%. Okay, sometimes it's more than 100%. But if let's say you take it as a hobby, your focus is I clock in and clock out. Okay. If you take it as a job, you will every step, every task that's given to you, you will enjoy and you will make it perfect. There is a things that we need to differentiate when we enter to this career. Okay, and other than that, okay, we also provide a lot of good study experience for our students. Okay, for example, okay, you come to study, we are the one to guide you. Okay, we are not the one to tell you, no, you're lousy. No, we are not that kind of person. And a lot of people need to change about the perception about the chef. Okay, and the chef, not only those, okay, who doesn't speak good English, low in academic. Okay, we even have 10 A's in SPM to enroll to our programs. Okay, because this is a good prospect, and the kind of perception have to change. Okay, this is must. Okay. Okay. Next slide. Okay, we talk about cherish. Okay, most of the students or youngsters, they are more sociable in social media. Okay, when it comes to face, okay, they might not able to do a normal conversation. Okay, they're more good in texting each other instead of talking to each other. Okay, this will actually give a lot of blockage, okay, amongst humans, okay, and especially in our line, okay, and we need a lot of communication during work. It's not like you text your colleague, or you do this, you need to talk to people, and we need to take care of the relation, okay, among the colleague. Okay, and how I practice is when I enter to my class, okay, I always say, okay, good morning or good afternoon. Okay, this is the first things that we need to do. Okay, and we need to educate to our students that greeting is important. This is the first things that we need to do. During the session, 3 or 4 hours, I'm your chef, you are my students. This is the boundary that we need to draw. After the class, okay, we switch back to a friend mode, which is student more comfortable, come to you and talk to you and ask about question. Okay, the same goes to when go to competition. During the competition, okay, you represent your country, I represent my country. Okay, but end of the competition, we should switch back to a friend mode, which is we share, okay, the knowledge that we gain, okay, the techniques that we use. These are the things that the more we share, okay, the greater we are. Because end of the day, by sharing all the knowledge that we know, okay, it will help, okay, the level of the competition or the level of the industry is much more greater. If everything only keep it for ourselves, you don't share. Because when you don't share, you don't have challenge. You don't share, you won't further think, okay, of how to make it better, because you have no competition around you. Same goes to the business. Okay, this is an important thing that we need to share what we know. Yeah. Okay. Creativity. Always people ask me. Okay, this is very subjective. Okay? As a parents ever asked me before, how do you define? I seriously I cannot define creativity. But the thing is, if the things that accepted by the public, okay, or by your clients, it's called creative. Very good example, okay, that when we create a sculpture or a showpiece, okay, we always ask the students, what you can create. Can you explain to me your idea behind all these things? Because we cannot stop them to express themselves. But after they tell us, okay, the story behind, then we give our professional opinion how to make it better. Okay, it's same like this photo here. Okay, when you see green color, what can you associate? Lime, pandan, pistachio, and make sure, okay, your color represent what is inside. Okay, you don't have a green color inside. There's nothing. What I mentioned just now. You cannot put a raspberry inside with a vanilla mousse, but you call it green color. Because as a consumer, when I see green, okay, this is a flavor that I can associate. But when I purchase it, things is totally different. This is the things that we need to always remember. Okay, what people see, they buy. And the experience will tell them, should I go back or should not go back? Okay, the example here, Black Forest, I always like to use Black Forest as an example, even though in the class, okay, in the Sem 1 class, we teach Black Forest. But when we move on to the senior class, we always use back the same component of a Black Forest to create, okay, another dimension of the Black Forest. To be honest, when you go to the cake shop, would you buy some flavor that you're not familiar with? Normally we won't. We always buy the things that we're familiar with. Same goes to our parents. See, until today, the Black Forest, tiramisu, all these classic flavor cake is still sellable just because we understand and we know that what flavor we can expect, you know. But when you make it more beautiful, more different dimension, a lot more garnish, you know, people will willing to pay for your creativity. Okay, this is how the things come from. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay. Confidence. This is always crucial. Most of the students, they come to class, they always tell you, Chef, I have no confidence to bake a cake. Now, and everyone will tell you, oh, bake cake is so difficult. But the difficult is not about baking the cake. The difficult is, are we willing to take the challenge? Are we willing to take the first step? You know, you say, if the first step that I don't step up to take up the challenge to compete, I will never go for this world stage competition. I always hold back myself. I worry, I scared, I'm not good enough. But the thing is, if you always, okay, tell yourself, I can do it, win or lose is part of the competition, but am I learn something? Okay, this is the things that we need to tell ourselves. We should go for it. Same goes to the students. Students always say, oh, my cake lousy. No, you just first time or second time to do this. I've been doing more than 5 or 10 years. See, we always encourage and give confidence to students. No, need more practice. Okay, we are doing good. Because all these things is important. You know, if they tell you, oh, I'm not good, yeah, you're not good, you're lousy. You kill this young mind, you know, they will say, oh, yeah, my chef say I'm not good. So I will quit. I won't do this anymore, you know. And I always believe everyone have a hidden skill with them. It's just that are we able to discover it now or later? But we need to give the confidence to them and guide them. Yeah. Sincerely, okay, this is my teammate, okay, during 2010 in the Asia Pacific Cup, okay, and the next to me, okay, is Chef Chen. He's the team president that time. Okay, I'm the candidate. Another candidate is Chef Elaine. She passed away a few years back. Okay, we need to treat everyone, okay, is equal, even though who we are today. You see, and we always okay, approach people by name. You know, even though we have cleaner, okay, we have different rank of people in a university. Okay, sometimes the class, okay, students feel like, oh, chef, today I don't feel like bringing back my my cake home. So I will ask them, okay, why don't you give to the cleaner? Okay, since you don't want it, you know, rather than throw it away. So in a way, we encourage the kids, okay, things that can share, you share, you don't throw it away, you know, and always call kakak, please, rather than oi. You know, this is the things that we should do in the school level, okay, and always tell them, give back, okay, when you can, for example, okay, to reduce rubbish, all this thing, okay, we do it sincerely, not by force. Yeah. This part is a most sensitive part because most of the parents will ask, how much do you earn? I always get this question from the parents. My first job, I get 600 ringgit. per month. Okay. And I still can do my daily life. Okay, go to work. Okay, come back to work. I still can pay my rent, you know. But the thing is, parents is still being parents. Do you enough to eat? Cukup tu tak? My parents try to convince me to change my profession. Okay, because they say 600, how will you going to earn for your whole life? You know, how much increment you can get? But I managed to convince my parents I will have a stable income. Okay, not now, you know, it might take years, you know. But the thing is, we need to give them confidence. When I start to win competition one, competition two, parents start to have confidence. Okay, you're doing good. You know, you are able to prove yourself that okay, you really enjoy your profession. You see, this is the things that we need to do and constantly. Okay, we need to prove ourselves. Yeah. Support. Without support, we are very difficult to achieve in our life. Okay, family is an emotion support. Talk to them, make you comfortable. Okay, meet them, have time with them. You take the stress away from your work. Friends that you have, okay, will support you along the way. Okay, like in this photo, okay, this is my team of students as a chef with me in Sunway University. Okay, all of them are gold medalists from various competitions. We train, we support each other. Even though until today, okay, we still support the young one to go for competition. Okay, even though okay, let's say we don't have a lot of budget, okay, but we'll find the way to achieve everyone's dreams, you know. And to be honest, opportunity only come once. Okay, I always believe first opportunity come knock your door. If you don't grab it, it might take another years to come back. We grab the opportunity, we fail to achieve, but at least you learn something other than you don't learn anything. Okay, that's why support each other is important in our chef line. Yeah. Okay. Responsibility that I pledge myself to do. Okay. First of all, okay. After I come back from France, okay. I told myself I need to do things okay for the community. First of all, okay, what I did is I do a big sales, okay, which is last year, this one, okay. And my tagline basically is bring your own container. I sell cakes and bread. And my superior told me, Patrick, you're crazy. People will not bring container and buy your things. But what I did is, for me, it's a charity and it's an awareness to people to start to realize that how much plastic that we generate every day. See, and fortunately, the whole event lasts for 4 days. Everyone bring their own container, big, small, come and pack their things. You know, it is a good achievement for us. Okay, and also, actually, when people want to do, they will do. Even though some customer they come in, oh, I forgot. Our excuse is very simple. This is our tagline. Okay, it's okay. You can come back tomorrow. We just refuse to sell the things to them. This is the things that we always put in mind. Okay, we need to be very determined at what we want to do, not because of this and that. When we ban our principle, this is not so good, right? Okay. Then also, this charity basically is all the fund go for the Rumah Juara basically is an orphanage home. Okay, that event we managed to generate about 10,000. Okay, for the kids. Okay, because this is a orphanage, so the time also they struggle about online study. Then the money we used to purchase a laptop, okay, and some learning course for them. Okay, it's enough for them to run for 1 year. Okay, so coming December we will do another one more. Okay, that one I will do for the to the stray dog. Okay, because I myself I love dogs. Okay, and I adopt 2 dogs. Okay, one already passed away, so I have another one. So there's a lot of stray outside, and actually dogs is, no matter what breed it is, they are lovely, and I cannot have a center to rescue all the stray, but what I can do is I can raise fund, okay, and the money go for the center to build the shelter for them, to get the food for them, and maybe it go for the vet. This is the things that I can do, okay, and I do together with the Sunway Young Chef Club. The club is also another channel for me that to instill this mentality to the kids that stop buying. Okay, there's a lot of dogs outside, can be a dog, or cats can be a dogs. They're all same. Because in our society, everything want to be looks good, everything wants to be looks nice, but we always forgot, okay, those who's unfortunate. Okay, so this is the things that I'm doing. Okay, recognition. Okay, another thing is as I mentioned just now, we always need to be continue, okay, to prove ourselves, okay, to show people what we can do. We cannot stop, okay, when we achieve something. We cannot. Okay, so this is a very good recognition after coming from France. Okay, on my right, okay, which is a French ambassador in Malaysia. Okay, on my left is a CEO of Summit Education Group. As see the slide here, 2019, after we won the world champion, okay, Professor Elizabeth, okay, CEO of Sunway Education Group, okay, she gave me a rank, okay, congrats. The time I still in France, okay, congrats, okay, there's a big awards, okay, await for you to come back. I wasn't know what is things that waiting for me, and when I come back, okay, and they make it official, okay, and 2019 March, okay, I was awarded a practice professor, okay, and this professorship basically is not by study, is because in the practice professor terms, is basically you achieve, okay, some contribution to the country, okay, and be recognized by the world. Okay, that's why I get the professor title. Okay, just in case someone asks, hey, you don't have doctor? No, I don't have doctor. Okay, I only have a professor. Okay, by practice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Respect. Something that you have to earn, you cannot ask. You see, I always told my students, in the class, I'm your chef. You have to address me as a chef. Outside the kitchen, you can call me donkey. You can call me anything. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, is where is my position in your mind? If you think I earn your respect, then you call me chef. Okay, that's all. Because end of the day is how we carry ourselves. Okay, that's how people perceive you. Okay, and 2011, okay, I was invited, okay, to do a demo in Le Grenoble, Paris. Okay, after our competition, 2011. Yeah. Okay, and of course, 2019, we also invited to Le Grenoble, Paris. Okay, with a new campus. So in a way that if you get those highly respected institution to invite you to do some demo, also some talk, okay, is another recognition, also another respect that, look, okay, we also can be respected and can be same level, okay, with those who very good in the industry. All right. Okay. Resilience and perseverance. Okay, we always do things, okay, without expectation. People ask you to do one, okay, if you do 2 or 3, there is a job. Okay, but if you do a career, you do 3, 4, 5. Do things without tell you you'll be better, then people need to tell you what to do. Okay, and as a chef or as a student, we always encourage people to improve your skill, okay, and practice. You cannot just by study, okay, or how to make a buttercream by study. Cannot. You need to practice. Okay, it's about hand skill. Yeah. Okay, and the more you do, the more you understand about it. And this also come into very handy, especially when you was invited to another country to do a live show, okay, or conduct class, because different country have a different kind of raw material. For example, flour quality is different, eggs quality is different. This is come into handy that you always practice and you face a lot of challenge and you solve the problems. Okay, this is important. Yeah. Before I end my slide, okay, I would like to promote a little bit. Okay, Sabah University have a young chef scholarship. This scholarship is started 2019 after we come back from France, and Sabah University would like to have this scholarship for whoever would like to study culinary. And the term specific is just to write in an essay, okay, and if you're selected, after you selected, you'll be cook off. Once you cook off, okay, there's always a one winner. The winner will award 2 years diploma tuition free. Okay, it means you still have the other resources fee you need to pay. If your result is good, you continue, we sponsor you another 2 more years for degree. So basically 4 years tuition fees free for 4 years. Okay, please, okay, audience who like to study culinary, please apply this. Okay, and to be honest, it's really worth it. Okay, our diploma is about 55,000. Okay, and our degree for 3 years, okay, is about 90 over thousands. So you can calculate how much, okay, you will save, okay, for your parents. Okay. Okay, this one is one of my favorite line. Okay, the sooner the builder reject had become a cornerstone. Okay, why I like this phrase? Because first thing, always people think the cornerstone is the stone that always being rejected, but you just put in another angle to look at it. The cornerstone with another cornerstone is the one to make your wall straight. Without the cornerstone, you have no guideline. You won't build the wall from the center out. You always have a 2 pillar and you build. Okay, and we are the one to help you to build the corner and align you along the way. As a chef, as an educator, it's our duty to guide, to teach, and to share to the community, to the students, get what we know. Because if you want to make the community stronger in pastry, in culinary, this is the only way to share. Okay, and in this photo, basically, it's just a brownies. Okay, it's just a brownies cake. Okay, it's just decorated. Okay, underneath, okay, is orange marmalade, which I sell last year for the Christmas creation. Okay, simple cake. Okay, you just twist a little bit, you can sell a little bit more expensive. Okay, this is the last one. Okay, if we're able to do this, okay, rather than people every day come and ask you how, if you teach them, okay, you teach them, they will do it for themselves. Okay, and you save them for life. Okay, and last 2 years ago, okay, we did workshop for the B40, okay, and also for single mom and also for the refugee to teach them how to bake. And after 1 month, okay, 3 of them become a very successful entrepreneur. Okay, and they wrote to us, thank you very much, okay, for sharing some tips for them to bake some product to sell. You know, even though after that, some also they wrote to us, okay, I'm facing these problems, how can you solve it? You know, it's that sharing some tips to them, especially, is to help them solve the problems, you know, because they're not professional. And for me, is that if I can solve your problems, it will help you make more money to sustain your own life and for the family. This is the greatest things that we can help. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Any question?
Hi. Thank you, Chef Patrick.
Hi,
That was an inspiring journey that you went through. Being
Yes.
a champion of the world is no doubt is a prestigious title to have. And we are so proud of you. Being
you.
born and raised from Tawau, from
Yes.
humble beginnings, and then now world champion and a professor and a working practice professor at Sunway University. That is an incredible feat or incredible achievement. And to let me tell you where how high is world champion. First, you have to be state champion. Then you have to be national champion, right? Then Southeast Asian champion. Then Asia. Then all the 5 continents will meet and you become world champion. And that is a great honor to be talking to you. And we thank you for coming to give us some of your thoughts and words of wisdom at this forum.
Thank you. Basically, we in order to be a world champion, we need to qualify for Asia champion. Okay, which is we got it 2018 before we go to France. This is a national selection, Asia selection. Only you can go for the world stage. Yeah, this is a lot of level that we need to go through, and of course, it's not easy, but it's achievable. Yeah, and it just telling all the pastry chef around, okay, also the young one, you must have a dream and work towards your dream, and you will achieve this. Because at the end of the day, is that we always need to put ourselves that what we want to achieve. I always tell myself every 5 years, something need to be achieved. Works towards it no matter what. You know, that's how determined we are. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So,
Can I ask
so
a
we
question?
planned.
Yes. Yes.
Can I ask a
Go ahead.
question?
Hi, Prof.
Yes.
Stanley.
Yes. I'm very inspired by your presentation, Chef.
Thank you, Prof.
Not only your calorie and the food is so good and presentable, but also the name or the title of your different dishes. How do you get or inspired by, like just now you said about the cornerstone and then the fish and all that. It seems to be very inspiring. It's not common name. Can you share with us how you got those inspiration name?
Basically, like the cornerstone, because it's we have a family Catholic, so I always hear in the church, So I always wonder how can make this phrase a bit more relevant to our industry, and of course the fish also is quite common in every brand. All this is an old saying, but old saying sometimes there are a lot of meaning behind, and we need to use the old saying to interpret it our way to tell our young man, look, the old saying is still very useful. The same goes to the old classic cakes are still sellable, because in nowadays a lot of kids, okay, they prefer something new and always forget the classic, and you always because I have a student to tell me, Chef, why I need to learn Black Forest? I want to learn this. If it's the case from the social media. But the thing is they don't get it that the classic is a fundamental for us to build our foundation. This is things that I always tell them. Your career is a pyramid. You cannot be upside down. The upside down, the higher you go, you fall faster. That's why you always go back and tell them, lower down yourself, no matter how high you climb. Go back to the basic, start from the basic. Yeah. That's how I get my inspiration. And always nowadays, because of the pandemic, all this thing, we always look at something that what we can help from others to reach out. Yeah. I hope I answer your question, Prof.
Yeah, partially, yes. You said that you have a church background, so I guess that some of those things looks like from the Bible or those verses and so on. Looks like.
Yes. Basically, always hear it from the sermon, So I try to get it put in my interpretation how to reach out Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Patrick. I think what we're going to do